Hi, welcome to Tag Talk. Today I want to cover a vendor, a cybersecurity vendor that many of you are familiar with, a company called Orca. It's one that's involved in cloud security, kind of created around 2019 by a couple of former Checkpoint executives. And it's a nice platform. They do this CNAP, Cloud Native Application Protection Platform. I think that's what it stands for. These word salads of acronyms, usually that come from these legacy analyst firms, don't make it easy. It makes it very difficult for practitioners to have any clue what companies are doing. And this is no indictment of Orca. I'm just saying in our industry, CWPP and CSPM and CNAP, good Lord, how do you keep track of all those things? A lot of bullshit, frankly, all of these different acronyms. I hate that we have to reference them. But at any rate, let's talk a little bit about Orca. I like what they do. And I wrote a report on them, which you can go download. I talk a little bit about how they take this agentless approach to something they refer to as side scanning. It looks good to me. But I think where we are in this market is that, let's be honest, if I talk cloud security, immediately Wiz comes to mind. Wiz was a very dominant vendor in this area. And now Wiz is part of a larger hyperscaler. Let's face it. They've been sort of bled into the Google infrastructure. So this question of multi-cloud and how you handle a diverse set of cloud infrastructure is the kind of thing that I think Orca can and should be leveraging and stepping into. We covered in the report. This question of cloud security is an interesting one because I remember when we referred to cloud security as this new thing. You were dealing with your auditor who wasn't comfortable with you putting your data, quote unquote, out there in the cloud. I think those days are over. I think it's completely done. This idea that you're safer in your data center than in cloud is probably ridiculous in most cases. I think that most of the hyperscalers and most of vendors like Orca can do a way better job than you're doing natively inside a perimeter. I mean, you just entered a new era. So this is good for companies like Orca. And I think, look, again, being honest, it's probably good news for companies like Orca that Wiz gets absorbed. I mean, that's just a fact. If you're an Amazon customer, Microsoft customer, you might be uncomfortable using Wiz. I don't know, that's up to you. But I think you should download the report on Orca. It gives you a nice overview of the company, their history, where they've come. They've taken a lot of money, almost $700 million. So this is a well-funded company. Yeah, even if you haven't heard of them, then you should go take a look because this is not an insignificant player in an area that, as I said, is no longer this new thing, but has become fabric. Cloud security is security. Cloud is infrastructure. There's really no difference. Maybe the only little offshoot might be your SaaS applications, which frankly, I have a hard time separating from cloud anywhere. Everything is just a bunch of clouds with apps running on them that we use zero trust to access. That's the new architecture. So amidst all of this is a company like Orca. Download the report. Let me know what you think, not only in the comments, but let us know through our social media on LinkedIn and other forums. Please remember to like and subscribe to the video. We absolutely love having you be part of our community here. And I'll look forward to talking to you on the next Tag Talk.